Eliminator 2 of the HBL PSL is well and truly underway. Peshawar Zalmi taking on the home team Lahore Qalandars. Zalmi opted to bat and put on 171, which means Lahore Qalandars, well, they have quite the run chase ahead of them here at Gaddafi Stadium. Out in the middle enjoying the amazing atmosphere with here. And Sana, once again, it was almost a tale of two halves, wasn't it? Zalmi off to a fantastic start, but then Lahore Qalandars started to find a way on this wicket. What did you make of that?
Yeah, I think it's two things. Of course, class batting from Mohammad Haris and Babar Azam, but some really bad bowling in the first 10 overs. And then it was really good bowling at the end, and that's why they could have gone for 200 runs or 190. But I do think it is a good pass score in a knockout. It's really good, but another 10-15 runs and they would be really comfortable.
Now, scoreboard pressure always important in a final. Obviously an eliminator, which is what we have to get into that final, but Mohammad Haris, he was very impressive today, wasn't he?
I think I love his intent, the way he comes out to bat, the ramp shots. He doesn't care about personal milestones. On 49 he goes after Rashid Khan and goes for a single run, but it was a big swing. So his intent is very clear, and overall I think Peshawar would have taken it 171 any time at the toss of the coin.
Yeah, obviously Fakhar Zaman up first as well with the bat for Lahore Qalandars. He's going to want to get off to a good start, and we keep talking about how important the power play is in this particular stadium. Do you think that's going to be the issue tonight as well for them?
I think Wahab Riaz versus Fakhar Zaman, this has been a contest, but this pitch generally doesn't suit Fakhar Zaman. It's a two-pace pitch. Fakhar likes a true bounce. So a big wicket, if they can get Fakhar Zaman out, we might, Lahore Qalandars might be looking at the same collapse that they can be looking at it. So Fakhar Zaman innings would be very, very crucial if he can play with more patience.
Well, we certainly have an enthralling contest on our hands here at Gaddafi Stadium. Let's relive what happened in the first innings, though.
Let's have a look at the batting card. Once again, some similarities. Babar starting so well, along with Haris, lovely 85 of just 54, but then losing Cadmore and signed pretty early. Rajapaksa Asibullah just did the finishing touch. 171 for 5. Enough or not? An hour and a half will tell us.
Yeah, Babar Azam came out of the box quickly, as did Zaman Khan, though. That delivery just arcing back in at the youngster at Saima Youth. But Babar is in no mood to be pinned down, neither is Mohammad Haris. The pair of them going after David Visa and co in their differing styles. Smashes down the ground from Mohammad Haris, and lovely deft touches from Babar Azam. 1 or 2 fumbles in the field from Qalandars. Once again, having to bowl first has not been their favoured way of going about things in this year's HBL PSL. Mohammad Haris showing what a dangerous player he can be. This was a massive moment in the game. It was a correct decision, but was it a good one? Well, that's an interesting question for you at home. Marty Saggers raising the finger to get rid of Babar. Then Kola Cadmore went straight away afterwards, caught and bowled. But Mohammad Haris was still there, innovating, using the back of the bat to scoop one over third man. Before he tried one scoop too many. It was caught nicely by Fakhar on the boundary of the bowl of Shahid Shah Afridi. Rajapaksa brought into the team to bolster the middle order. Offered 1 or 2 good balls. Khan didn't bowl his full allotment. Only got through 3 of his 4 overs. 2 for 20 for him. From the newly picked fast bowler for Pakistan. And all in all, I think the Peshawar Zalmi will be more than happy with 170, given how badly Lahore Qalandars have chased. Ruji, bowling figures.
Shahid Shah Afridi 41 in his 4, and he picked up the wicket in his last ball off his spell. Zaman Khan, I thought he was the pick of the bowlers for me, along with Rashid Khan. Zaman picked up 2 to Rashid Khan as well, and David Visa, he applied some of the breaks in that middle phase of the game. Essen, where he gets his debut game, doesn't give away too many. 171 for 5 is what Peshawar Zalmi have, and 172 to win at a run rate of 8.6 for Lahore Qalandars.
This is the moment. They've got to play back-to-back games to reach the final, and the kind of performance we saw from their bowlers yesterday, if they can do or repeat that, then surely they have a very bright chance. of making it tomorrow to meet Multan Sultans. It's just amazing how Salman Irshad and Ahmed Jamal turned the game around. This man is going to be important. Where Fakhr starts and finishes will decide where Lahore will be. Babar, Sikandar here with you. Looking at 171, you feel you got it what you wanted?
To be honest, yes, but I think we start well but finish not well, but credit to Lahore and the bowlers, they bowl very well.
You're just talking about your bowlers. That's something that you would be pretty happy with, the way they performed, so you can fancy your chances then.
Definitely, because of yesterday match, our bowler are dominate, and we will try to continue that momentum this match and execute our plans.
Baba, who are the most important wickets for you out there?
To be honest, everyone is important wicket, but I think Lahore is playing Fakhr, so we take early in the power. We are utilize for 6 overs and take 2-3 wickets, then I think pressure on Lahore.
All right, thank you, Baba. Good luck. So 172 is what Lahore needs, and probably explaining to him, be nice in the power play.
Well, if anything, Babar Azam and the Peshawar Zalmi can take some inspiration from their own performance yesterday. It was a matter of minutes when they turned the game around. Tahir Beg, while he starts up front, 122 his strike rate, along with the Fakhr Zaman. I think Fakhr Zaman again will be the mainstay if Lahore are to chase this down. 143 his strike rate, plenty of experience, but the surface not the easiest one. And they look to make use of this power play.
4 out of 4. 4 out of 4. Lahore Qalandars have lost chasing in this year's HBL PSL. You need to stop that run and stop it right now. And as Simon Dool said earlier on today, help Fakhr out. Can't do it by himself.
That's a good point you make, talking about batting first has been their comfort zone. Also, looking at how these two teams come into this game. First ball. Lahore lost their last round game and then they lost the qualifier. Whereas Peshawar won their last game in Pindi. And then how they played yesterday, we know that. So, different moods in the camp.
Off the mark with a single, and I just feel Fakhr Zaman becomes that much more important, because the game that you're talking about, Sikandar, the qualifier, Multan versus Lahore. Lahore in the power play chasing 33 for 4, and it just went spiraling down after Anwar Ali bowled a beauty of a delivery to Fakhr Zaman. And it almost was like they didn't know what to do after that.
And also, don't forget Cottrell's double wicket over. It has changed everything. We've seen sides just shuffling their batting order. Hope Lahore doesn't do that.
Should get home comfortably, and they do. Interesting for me that Peshawar Zalmi have decided to open the bowling with spin again, and that might be because they're just looking to backload the back end of the innings with their seamers. However, you're right, Sheldon Cottrell got the ball to swing in the evening, didn't he? And we have seen games here at Gaddafi Stadium. In the second innings, the ball has swung more. Interesting to see what they go with at the opposing end from Majid.
First big shot. Over everything. Maximum.
Wow. That's a magnificent shot. Might not be in the best of form, Tahir Beg. That's a shot right out of the top drawer.
87 meters the distance on that hit, and it was in the slot, and he's given it the treatment. All fielders up in the ring on the offside. Has a positive intent from him up front.
Yeah, just a quick word on how they've been reshuffling their batting orders. Teams have been doing that yesterday. Islamabad did that and they messed it up. Multan tried it once, messed it up. they should decide Sikandar Raza's position. He's been batting 6, 7, 8. It's way too low in the kind of form he's in. And if Shaheen comes and bats early again, as he's been doing the last 3 matches, then he's gone further down. 8 for no loss. Azmat Ullah Omar Zaid, the Afghan overseas player for Peshawar Zalmi. He's got a slip for Fakhr Zaman. Raja Paksa there. Nicely done. He can ride the bounce, and he's so good in that region.
Just listen to that roar. They know how important Fakhr is going to be in terms of getting the Qalandars through to another final. And they will roar him on. It's a bit of a gimmick on the front foot, high back lift. And the left-hander worth their salt will knock that one away with the new ball.
Well, there's still plenty in the surface in terms of the ball coming onto the bat, and Lahore just needs to sort of hold it steady in terms of the way they approach this. And yep, help Fakhr out on the other end.
And he just swings that man. He got protection there. Babar knows. And he's in good mood. Last time these two sides met here on this ground, Fakhr scored a 96 with 10 towering sixes.
That was expansive, that was really expansive. Whatever the talk has been in the Lahore Qalandars dressing room about chasing, and I'm guessing it would have to have been, look, we need to stay positive here. We need to go out there with a similar intent as we would do if we had the ball in our hands second time round. Let's not be cowed by the occasion or by chasing. Go out there and play freely. Have a go at the opposition.
Also, it's the kind of surface where you want to make use of the power play. And we saw that yesterday in particular, the way Salman Irshad and Amir Jamal got the ball to swing reverse around the 13th, 14th over mark, it changed the game. And hence why making use of the power play today again in essentially a knockout game, a road into the final, becomes that much more important.
Here's a fun fact. Lahore Qalandars are not fielding any players from Lahore. In fact, the only player from Lahore is the opposite captain, Babar Azam, and Wahab Riaz, yes.
Hossein Talat, he's from Lahore, misses out today. Well, as long as we have a good game of cricket.
Oh, yes. That sound, that rattle tells you a story. Babar Azam knows this one is big.
Well, he wouldn't say it. Well, we had to coax it out of him. He said he wanted to target as many wickets as possible in the power play. Hopefully get Fakhr. Well, he's got Fakhr. And now the rest of the Qalandars batting lineup is going to have to do a bit more than just help Fakhr out. They're going to have to make the runs without him. Bit of a wild charge, missed it by quite some distance, and that might be the last we see of Fakhr in this year's HBL PSL. He's gone for 6 from 5. It's 14 for 1.
Besson comes out. It's his first opportunity and first time out with the bat. It's a big responsibility. A game that will qualify the defending champions into the final. And he's playing that all-important number 3.
A big occasion for him. His first T20 game. And he comes out in a big game. And he'll want to make use of this power play.
That's a good over, a big over with Fakhr's wicket. And it's 14 for 1.
Bang on target, really. Well, may have just kept down a little bit, but Fakhr was totally committed to trying to swing it away over the leg side. Got absolutely nowhere near it, and Baba was delighted. That bloke, not so much. Nor Shaheen.
Lahore Qalandars in search of 172. They've lost Fakhr Zaman already. And their self-belief in this Yellowstone after that win yesterday is going to be a tough opposition to beat with the kind of bowling they are in at the moment.
He'd already pre-decided. And a wild swing at that Fakhr Zaman. And now the issue for Lahore, which has been their top 3 or 4, and the shuffling around and nobody else actually settling in. Now you've got 2 youngsters in the middle. Let's have the TikTok of the match first. Share your most creative TikToks using Hoja Jazbati. That's the hashtag. Win exciting prizes and a trip to Dubai. So work cut out for the 2 youngsters in the middle for Lahore. There's the big shot. There's the promotion. And there's the distance.
Wow, what a way to open your account in PSL cricket. Talk about no fear. See that slogan a lot driving around here in Lahore and the rest of Pakistan. Fabulous strike. Nerves, what nerves?
Yeah, he's been given that Abdullah Shafiq number. And those are big boots in terms of the form he's in. So he's got to show that he is special. And with that shot, showing a lot of promise. Yeah, just moves away. He knows the field is not opened up. It's power play. So it's a powerful shot to get a boundary.
Really good. Something of the premeditated nature about this one. Figured that Najib was not going to want to be swept again. Perhaps was going to drive it into the pitch a little bit. Gave himself so much room so early. Got exactly the delivery he wanted. Exactly the result he wanted too.
Sometimes it becomes tough for the fielding captain. If you haven't seen someone ever, what he does see strengths and weaknesses are, you only learn it through this innings. End of the over, 11 off it, 25 for 1. Zalmi at the same stage, just 5 runs ahead. Similar wicket score. Well, it's a different thing when you're chasing. Tahir Beg could be his day. And that's your J. Super over. Leggy. And gets the top of off. And a prize, well deserved. There's a bit of bat in there, you just feel the true sounds.
Baig is just making himself a bit of a sitting target here at the moment, just shuffling across his stumps, not really getting a big stride forward in. Azmatullah is zeroing in on a good length, bowling straight at the stumps. No more, no less.
Because of that, yes, but he just walked down to Tahir Beg, probably had a chat with him. Now, I still feel the game is about making use of the power play, trying to get ahead, because we've seen funny things happen at the back end in the last 2 games here in Lahore. 9 from 10, Tahir Beg.
He's showing some pace, a bit of movement as well.
Talking about the Baig there, just a little shuffle across the crease. There's nothing particularly aggressive about it. It's a little stiff, a little nervous because he hasn't scored runs.
Shuffle, and then he just gets stuck in there. It's almost like a tentative push.
Goes big again, and 1 bounce, 4 more to Hassan.
Oh, he's got a bit of swag about him, hasn't he? Had a go at it the ball before and found nothing but fresh air, but this time just kept the head down, watched it all the way onto the blade, banged it over mid-wicket for 4.
Also just feel the way he sets up, just giving himself a little bit of room. He's eyeing either square on the leg side or the slash over the offside square. Maybe the length here could be slightly fuller. Cramp him for room, push it in further up, and see then what does he have in terms of a reply or a shot that he can play for slightly pitched up delivery.
Yeah, that's a pretty good observation, Matt. I think he's very much sets up as a square the wicket player. You know what will happen though, don't you? Go full at him and then bang it straight back over his head.
Well, that'll make for a good sighting for Lahore Qalandars and the fan, and see what Hassan Bhatti is made of.
Oh, that's good running. That's really good running.
Brilliant. Just a couple of leg byes, but the volume just swells here at Gaddafi Stadium every time another run or two is ticked off this target.
Oh, he's trying to follow him. Oh, so many extras, freebies here. Baba doesn't like it. They're looking for a big power play.
Well, it's good. There's really good pressure being exerted by Hassan. Makes his intentions clear early, so the bowler sees him go, tries to follow him, but overcooks it. And that's all because the batter is putting the bowler under pressure. The bowler really ought to just ignore him entirely. Get it up there, try and hit the top of off stump. But sometimes the intentions of the batter can make you do weird things as a bowler.
Again, he just exposes his stumps. It's 38 for 1 after 4.
Qalandar's 38 for 1 at this stage. Zalmi with 39 for 1. Wahab Riaz. It's gone nowhere. It's gone nowhere but the keeper's gloves. Big strike by the big man, Wahab Riaz.
And he has been amongst wickets in HBL PSL, the leading wicket taker. Have been expensive in the last few matches, but this time comes on to ball. It got big on him. An easy take for Hasibullah.
Yeah, quick and short and into the body, so no place to go. First ball right near the splice of the bat. Wahab strikes. But he out for 15, 38 for 2.
Abdullah Shafiq is the new player. He's got 250s on his CV with a strike rate of 133. Here's Wahab. He needs a strong game tonight for Zalmi. He's been off peak, Wahab Riaz, for a man who's taken more wickets than anyone else in the HBL PSL.
And so often you look at your big players in big games, and yes, he's not had a great tournament, but the histories that he has in the HBL PSL, you're always looking at Wahab Riaz to deliver. Probably this is the night where Babar Azam looks at him and says, Wahab, we need you, and you're the most experienced and probably the most capable to get us through.
And we're going to go back for 2. Shafiq wants it and he'll get it. Well, the big players can draw on those resources. They can do that.
And this is a pitch where Wahab Riaz will enjoy. It has got a bit of bounce, extra bounce, and it's gripping a little bit. But Wahab Riaz is not looking comfortable. He held his hamstring before. Now he's walking off. Physio is coming in.
Well, this will be a crushing blow for Zalmi. If he has got a hamstring pull there, the most he could do is possibly come in off 3 or 4 paces. But if he pulls that anymore, he's not going to run in at all. Well, you can just see the emotions of this Lahore Qalandars crowd, the green jerseys. Yes, there are Zalmi supporters, of course there are, but what is happening here now to Wahab Riaz? This will be a huge blow to their bowling department. Well, I'm not sure if the physio's got a magic piece of magic, or I don't know what he's got there, but he's just pulled up here and you see him grimace and then pull the back of his thigh.
Generally the KT tape that mends all of us. Yes, there it is. You tape it up, give the muscle some support, and you're back onto the field.
No shortage of pace. He's still pulling on. He's still holding it, though. That's going to be uncomfortable. .40 for 2. Zalmi at this stage were 44 for 1.
Well, Lahore Qalandars, as always, with the crowd at their back.
The problem today for Peshawar Zalmi is with Wahab Riaz, they are playing 5 bowlers because they have rested Jimmy Neesham, who was the 6th bowling option. And because if Wahab cannot fulfill the 4 quota of overs, they might have to go to Saim Ayub. Jimmy Neesham was rested, Rajapaksa played in place of him, so they are operating with 5 bowlers.
Sitting next to Mohammad Akram. Oh, well bowled. Beautifully bowled, Wahab Riaz. Not bad for a man on one leg. 5 gone, 41 for 2.
A terrific delivery, smashed into the pitch, and it just took off. You've seen this pitch previously, a couple of days ago, where you got a little bit of indifferent bounce. Riaz still feeling that hamstring. It just seems as he's trudging off, maybe to get more treatment. Peshawar will be desperate for him to get treatment and get back. They need him tonight. They need his overs, especially on a pitch that's offering a little to the fast bowlers.
Wahab Riaz. Ambles off the field for some treatment. He's got that right thigh strapped up. So Zalmi are a bowler short, and a key bowler short. What does Darren Sammy, how does he plan from here?
Wickets were the key. Islamabad United were cruising before those couple of wickets. He brought them back, and then Salman Irshad alongside him. They bowled in brilliant bowling partnership.
Picks up the length and puts it away and doesn't look back.
Well, what Amir Jamal will do is provide you pace. He does hit the deck hard, so on a slowish pitch, you want pace on to just skid onto the bat. That is a terrific shot. Front foot pull shot. The ball skidding on. That is some shot through mid-wicket.
Wasn't that short? Yeah, Barbara's saying get it a better length, but it really wasn't that short. It was just picked up magnificently by Beg. Just marginally short.
How impressive all these youngsters are. Saim Ayub, Muhammad Haris, Tahir Beg now.
Throw in a couple of bowlers. Isanullah.
Where's that front foot defensive shot?
The one that you played so well,
yeah,
and so often.
No, mine, the well left outside off stump was better.
You were really good at that. Never seen better. Oh my goodness, no! It's beaten everything. You've got to get something for that. There has to be another column on the bowling figures to give him something for that.
And that's why it's called the batter's game, because the bowler with such a beautiful delivery. Lahore Qalandar reaches 50 in 5.3 overs, but just look at that ball. It seamed in and kept going in. Hasibullah with a big dive, but to no avail.
That is one of the best deliveries he will bowl in his career. And he's conceded 4. He will bowl demonstrably worse deliveries than that and pick up wickets. He's got to take heart from having delivered that, Jamal. Now, straight to cover.
It's been an interesting over, just 4 deliveries, but a brilliant hit leg side, then a delivery that seems back in miles, goes to the boundary, 4 byes, and then a crunching cover drive which goes straight to the fielder. What more to come now?
Yeah, Saad Masood is on for Wahab Riaz. He's the substitute fielder. He's bowling a good line here, isn't he? Yeah, awesome crowd, it really is. Here at the Gaddafi.
And the crowd is not disappointed, whether it's Lahore or Rawalpindi. They have been coming and supporting the local teams. And these youngsters, what memories for them.
Bowled. What a superb over that was. 6 gone, power play is done. Qalandar's 50 for 2. Power play scores, Lahore Qalandars 50 for 2, Zalmi were 54 for 1. Martin Saggers says the 6 overs power play is done. Mujib, he's bowled 2 overs for 19. Oh, trouble here, there is big trouble. I think he's missed it. I think he's missed it. He had so much time. Could have written a shopping list.
Poor cricket overall. Not good understanding between the wickets, not good calling, and then a bad throw. And the keeper couldn't take it as well. So overall, a bit of average cricket.
Yeah, there were shouts of anguish as Hasibullah missed that collection. And that has meant that the Aucklanders haven't picked up another wicket. Let one slip. Now the trend we've seen here is that the first 10 overs, this is that little push into the leg side. Pushed again into the leg side. They want 2, not there, just a single. But the trend has been that the first 10 overs is when you get your runs with the harder ball. Once it gets slightly softer, here in Lahore, it's difficult to get runs. So you want to get in front of the game. So at the last 10, you don't want to be chasing more than 8 and over.
All you have to do, flip the KFC bucket, wear it on your head as fast as you can. The winner will get KFC finger-licking good prizes. Well done. Down the leg side, could be a wide, it is.
And here Babar's captaincy will be tested again because Wahab Riaz is off. How he is going to use these 4 bowlers now, and he will have to bring in another bowler, maybe Saim Ayub at some point.
Well, last night Wahab did not bowl well, but he had Irshad and Jamal, who bowled magnificently, and they filled the void because it was an off night for Wahab. He's got it through this time. He had a go the previous ball, didn't do it. This time he does. 7 gone, 58 for 2.
Mujibur Rahman, this is not good bowling. He understands the importance of his overs now. Shot delivery on the leg side, a gift to the batter.
So Wahab is back, but I think can he come straight on and bowl? I think he can. I think he's only been off for 1 over. So had he been off for say 4 or 5 overs, I think he might have had to have waited. That's the short conversation that was had there with the umpire. So Wahab has bowled 1 over, 1 for 3, took a wicket with his first ball. And he's bowling from the pavilion end. Oh, we're going to have to hurry. It's a bit frantic out there at the moment. There's a bit of pressure being applied here by this partnership, which is just starting to flourish.
Yeah, it just seems nervy all around. Like the Osaka Battery's Facebook page and answer a K-Leg Justin contest and win prizes and get a chance to be in the Osaka Power Run.
Will they look for 2? Right, here we go. Oh, come on, push it, push it. He's doing well on the Osaka Power Run, and there's a little bit of a slowdown, but I think he had it all under control. Pahir Beg, 18 from 20, he wants to short, pulled, 4. What a good shot.
And that's the length he's waiting for. We've seen a couple of these through the onside. Yes, he sets himself up on the front foot and swings away. It's a bit of a delivery in between deliveries, neither short nor full. You want to go short, you want to get it higher.
He pulls it off the front foot, doesn't he? He's going forward and he picks up length so easily. Right, runs 22 from 21.
And he's got a slightly open stance also. That helps him play that shot even better because the hip opens up really well.
.172 is the target. Place in the final against Multan Sultans tomorrow. Don't forget that the final has been brought forward 24 hours. There's a nasty weather system imminent around this area, which is why the final has been brought forward. Tomorrow is the final. Top half of the bat. He hasn't caught hold of this.
And Wahab Riaz is struggling. He's almost bowling on that one leg. He's giving it all for the team. Not easy as a fast bowler when your hamstring is giving you problems.
They're awful things. The other thing with Wahab is that he sprints in. He's a real sprinter to the crease. He's going to be very sore in the morning. End of 8 overs. Qalandars 68 for 2.
Wahab Riaz are struggling out there in the middle. He's bowled a couple of overs, and because of Jimmy Nisha missing in the side today, Peshawar have predominantly the 5 frontline bowlers, and Saim Ayub now being tossed the ball. Bowl some off spin.
Well, this is a big moment, isn't it? Big moment for Tayyib Beg, Abdullah Shafiq. They know what's coming at the back end. They saw just how potent Peshawar Zalmi were at defending yesterday evening. So they've now got a decision to make. And that decision really is a pretty simple one. You look at Saim Ayub and you say he's got to go. January sales, everything must go.
I totally agree with you. This is a big moment in the game. It could go either way. He's not prepared to be in the attack, I'm sure, at the start of the game, but now, watching how Wahab is in his follow-through, it's probably the right time.
Doesn't time. Thrown again and gone. On-field decision gone as well. Massive mix-up in the middle, and Abdullah Shafiq, well, he's on the floor and will have to make his way off.
Just the communication just was non-existent. Abdullah Shafiq wanted to come back. Tayyib Beg almost had his back turned to it. Shafiq sets off really quickly. He's only thinking about 2, but Beg's ball watching. He doesn't even turn round until Shafiq is almost standing right next to him, by which time he's nearly run 2. Brilliant throw from Baba. And that's a simpler decision he's going to make as a square leg umpire. Yeah, head in hands moment for the Qalandars. And the support bowler comes on. He doesn't take the wicket himself, but a run out has been caused by it. Abdullah Shafiq goes 10 from 10. It's 69 for 3.
Sam Billings walks out at number 5. 131 the strike rate, and Lahore in a bit of a spot of bother. They've dug themselves a hole and can't find a way out. You have a look at the run out. I just felt Abdullah Shafiq running to the danger end. The run was on, the double was on. Disappointment all around with the men in green. It's a mistimed shot. Abdullah Shafiq is always running for 2. He's the one coming back to the danger end. And Tayyib Beg wanting absolutely nothing.
Well, whether there was 2 on or not, he just didn't look at his partner. He had his back towards his partner, but just kept on running.
Yeah, no eye contact, lots of noise out there. You've got to look at your partner. You can just tell we've had the cameras in the Qalandars dressing rooms. The tension in there at the moment. They know. Every single one of them knows how badly they've chased runs.
Yeah, Inverex Solar Energy. They will be providing a complete Inverex Solar system to the leading run scorer and the wicket taker in this HBL PSL 8. T's apply. Excellent over from Saim Ayub. Just the 4 runs off it. A run out as well. He doesn't get any bat on that whatsoever.
Let's face the fact, when it comes to crypto ownership, there's a significant gender gap. A study found that only 37% of crypto owners are women. But this number doesn't scare us. In fact, it empowers us. So whether you're a queen of crypto or just crypto curious, Binance is your hub for crypto, savings, payments, and Web3 education. In honor of International Women's Day, we are waiving trading fees for the month of March using code IWD2023. The future is yours. Build it with us.
Babar Azam won the toss. They posted a 171, courtesy a massive score from Haris and Babar as well. 99 from 66 is the equation for the home side. Wahab Riaz bowling on 1 foot. What a game him and Amir Jamal had yesterday. And they'll probably be the two key men again for Babar Azam.
Yeah, Tahir involved in 2 run-out situations. He's got 27 of 28. I'd say I'd keep him if I was a fielding captain.
Be Love Network, download and earn 1,000 USD. You can go to www.belove.network. Oh, your Abdullah Shafiq was 10 of 10. Tahir Beg now 27 of 29. Abdullah Shafiq has now gone, and Sam Billings, well, saw him during the mid-innings break. He was the one leading the chat. Shaheen Shah Afridi and the rest of the Lahore Qalandars were listening to what Sam Billings was saying. Just there on your screen, he was the one leading that team chat at the halfway mark. Looking for some inspiration, are the Lahore Qalandars in this big chase.
Yeah, he's been a successful captain in T20 cricket recently. Led Kent to a victory in the Blast back in the UK. Not last summer, but the summer before that. Also successful captain of the Oval Invincibles in the 100. So there's a thing or two about getting the job done in these tournaments.
Still have Sikandar Raza and David Visa, who they've relied on so heavily in that middle phase to get them over the line. But the work needs to be done now. Oh, will this be another run out? He had to hit. Sam Billings had given up.
Sam Billings should be in trouble here. Sam Billings should be in trouble here. He made a huge arc to get himself between the stumps and the ball. Baig again is absolutely at fault. But Sam Billings ran. I don't know if we get the shot here, but he turned very, very wide initially. He's now trying to look innocent.
Cut away and cut away fine. A much needed boundary off the blade of Tahir Beg.
Yeah, nice. Played that one really late. Not swinging across the line. Flashed away for 4. Could have been a flash point, that. I'm telling you. We get another angle of that. Sam Billings is lucky, I reckon.
The last ball of Wahab Riaz's spell, you'd imagine. There's been some exceptional effort by the experienced campaigner. They do pick up 2 on the last delivery. He gives away 8 in his third. It has been quite an effort for him tonight. Wahab Riaz struggling. 3 overs, 20 for 1, 10 done is 81 for 3.
Watch Sam Billings here. Watch that turn there. He's got his eyes on the fielder. Well, I know we come from the same country, but he's Kent and I'm Surrey, and I'm appealing for that all day long.
Well, you're not there in the middle, but so no appeals from Peshawar Zalmi. And that'll be a debate that'll be up for talk for a very long time. It was just that split second later where he just kept looking at the fielder before he turned. Lahore bomb just falling away a little bit. It hasn't been their strong suit, chasing. They've lost all their games chasing in this tournament. Every time they've put up for a chase, Lahore Qalandars, they haven't come out on top. And the equation now stands 91 from 60. Sam Billings, who just walked out, is 3 from 3. Tahir Beg on the other hand. You heard from Sikandar Bakht earlier on, if you're the opposition captain, you'll keep him out there. He's already affected or been involved in a couple of bizarre running occasions. And Salman Irshad, the man of the moment from the previous night, with his slingy action, he bowled quick along with Amir Jamal. And can he look for another wicket here? And watch out for that block hole delivery. There it is, straight up.
Well, he didn't take any warming up. No looseners. Irshad performed exactly the same role last night. Came on as the sixth bowler. Finished off the game. Huge wicket, that. Huge wicket. Get rid of Azam Khan. And Colin Monroe had been tied up in knots. Slow ball on that occasion from Irshad. He was irresistible.
And just 18 runs in his spell.
And we so often talk about a moment of brilliance, whether it's in the field, whether it's some tactical change, and it was his setup earlier on. We'll just reroute this through the Tapal Tea Lounge. Our fans enjoying a cup of tea. It was his over. He bowled a couple of well-landed Yorkers to Alex Hales, then pitched one up. And there was a fielder on the outside who didn't get away with the second run. And that caused for Azam Khan to stay. And Salman Irshad then bowled to the new man. How's that for a piece of timing? He should pick up a couple of runs. So the going probably only going to get tough from here on in, considering the bowling spell you saw from Peshawar and their bowlers last night.
A couple of good overs can just push that required run rate into double digits. And then from there on, it's a chase that won't be that easy.
That should be 4. That is a very, very clever from Sam Billings.
Yeah, and cool heads out there with the bat. This rate is not out of reach. It's less than 9s now after the boundary from Billings. Just takes a few paces towards the bowler. Bowler sees him coming, tries to change his delivery halfway through. Bowls a wide long hop. All it takes is exactly the same way with the bowlers. A couple of tight overs, the rate goes up. One good over with the bat, and you're right back in it again.
He'll have to re-bowl that. Just overcorrection with line. Well, the fans have been engaged all throughout this HBL PSL, and we've got another winner for you. The TikTok of the match goes to Amjad Sumro 70. And decision pending. Nicely played. Nicely played. What a shot from Sam Billings.
Yeah, that is magnificent. just laid back a little bit here. All of the pace on the ball was from the bowler. He's allowed it to come alongside him and just placed it deliciously backward a square. And here's the big over we're talking about, 13 from Irshad. And the rate is very, very much within the capabilities of the Qalandars. They've just got to keep their heads.
It's just right how he's just playing around with the bowler. First he takes a couple of steps down, forces the bowler to change the lane, and then those wrists in that second shot.
Will they look for 2? And they will also get it comfortably. A huge roar goes up at the Qaddafi Stadium. The 11th goes for 15, 96 for 3. Really big over the previous one, Salman Irshad. He was taken for 13 courtesy. Some brilliant batting from Sam Billings. Really good field awareness. Just putting the bowler off his mark. He tried a couple of different things in that over. Straight away from his Yorker, Salman Irshad, and he paid the penalty. Mujib to bowl his final over here.
Just from the Qalandars' point of view, you just want Bay just to get his head in the game a little bit. Billings is going great. Wide open spaces, nudge it for 1. Or crash it for 4 over extra cover. 100 up for the Qalandars.
Yeah, 2 full on that occasion. And these boundaries, 1 or 2 in each over, just bringing them back. Now this required is 8.3. And Tahir also knows, been playing. He opened the innings. Gotta go. Hit some of those.
Exactly what you're talking about, Butch. Is that another big shot? Hasn't timed this. He lands in front. It's just about changing his gear a little bit. Just looking for those options, trying to make something happen. Tahir big, and as an example in the previous delivery was pitched up. Fielders inside the ring, and he gives it plenty of bat on that to get it up and over. And Sam Billings, he'll require all the assistance from the other end as well.
One thing he can't do is chew up deliveries. I'd rather him have a slog and get out. Billings is into his stride pretty quickly, find in the middle of the bat. They cannot do is chew up balls, dot balls. Put pressure on his partner.
You're talking about dot deliveries. Half of what he's faced, he's played dot. 18 out of the 37 now are dot deliveries, and those are 18 opportunities missed in terms of scoring runs, even if they were ones. And sometimes that becomes the difference. Mujib's done with 4, 35 for none for him. 12 overs done, 104 for 3. And it'll also be time for the players to take a breather, discuss strategy as we head into the Tapal Danidar strategic timeout.
coming to the end of the Tapal Daneda's strategic timeout. Lahore Qalandars requires 68 of the final net. Required run rate is 8.5, and that looks all under control. Last 3 overs have gone for 31, and that has meant that they're now looking pretty confident in chasing this down. Like last night, there was quite a bit of reverse swing. We haven't seen that as much tonight as yet.
Skipper has a furrowed brow. It's because, well, he looks pretty calm as usual and content, Darren Sammy, but an opportunity to pass on some wise words from both camps. And they're both very animated. Sammy played at 4 finals in the HBL PSL. And that's the most by any team. And they're not far away from playing in another. They've just got to navigate their way through a pretty tricky situation here. They did it last night, very similar situation. Can they do it again here?
Amir Jamal. Just a bit of drift in there. Isn't that exaggerated reverse swing as yet?
I'm one of these two now. Your team chat at the timeout, I would think, is one of these two see us home. Now, that's a different story. Now we're going to get the wickets. Jamal did it. Urshad did it. Can they do it again? And I reckon that chat is, yep, Sam Billings, you've got to see us home. You're the senior player, you played a lot of international cricket, you've got to see us to the end.
And also Shaheen hasn't padded up. He's not promoted himself. Beautifully played. Just walked across and eased it down to fine leg.
Well, the bowler's got to have a smile at this, because that's hitting middle and off. He's walked across his crease and he's picked his spot, almost premeditated here. The bowler's got to be thinking, I'm in with a shout of knocking these over. Look at that, that's off stump. So that is a risk shot, but with the fine leg up inside the circle, no wonder Jamal has got that look. How did he do that?
Goes to the offside, gets another boundary, better shot.
It's a terrific innings, bearing in mind he could barely buy a run up until this point. There he's played really well, 48 from 39 on the cusp of a half-century, but more importantly, further pressure on the skipper.
What a good shot. Yes, it was over-pitched, and yes, it was a long half volley. But he's made some room for himself here, Tahir Beg. And Sam Billings approves.
And suddenly the required run rate drops under 8. 48, Tahir Beg. Short cuts away straight to the fielder, missed out. And you just think he missed out.
That's where you've got to be clever, isn't it, and try and construct the partnership. Work together as a group out there. And sometimes in this format of the game it's about strike rates, it's about hitting 4s and 6s. Right now it's not about strike rates and 4s, it's about getting your team home. It's about finding a way to work this partnership to get home. And the rate, as Baz is saying, just over 8 runs per over, so that's not a problem. It might be that Billings can just take his foot off the gas a bit and see this guy hit the runs and the boundaries for now. It's work as a partnership.
Yeah, leg side, catches up with it, goes all the way. What a way to get to your first HBL PSL 50. 41 deliveries and a huge hit to get there.
There is an air of nonchalance about this shot. And it's confidence. I think it's confidence, not nonchalance, because he knows he's timed it so well. He's helped it on its way. And he knows how well that felt off the bat. How good did that feel? Sikandar Raza says, yes, we'll have some more of that.
Yeah, that has meant that Qalandars now in front of the game. Required rate 7.4. Walks across, gets beaten. There's a huge appeal and he's gone. He's got him. He's trying to scoop it away, but he's given his wicket away.
Well, Amir Jamal has had the final say. It has been a little costly, but that is what they wanted to see. They wanted to see the back of Baig, who's played so well, 54 from 42. He's so angry with himself. Almost overthinks this one. In the end, yeah, the ball followed him and he got a little feather on it, and he knew straight away. Amir Jamal, the star, or one of the stars from last night. Can he do it again? That's an important innings for him and his team. They're not quite there yet. They have plenty of work to do. 119 for 4.
Sikandar Raza at number 6. Strike rate's impressive, but it's the pressure of the situation. Yeah, he batted beautifully, just maybe a shot that he didn't want to play.
Blood was pumping. Pressure at the moment. The emotion, pleasure that he's got out of the innings, and he's made a dent in things as far as his team are concerned. Now it needs a bit of calm authority. Can Sam Billings find that calm authority?
Salman Irshad. Why is that? A little reverse swing. He's not getting any yet. Well, last over went for 15, but it ended with a wicket.
I think the adrenaline was pumping so much that he just fancied a little bit more. He'd hit that 6 behind square the previous delivery, and he's admonished himself all the way back, and even now he's sitting in the dugout.
To the offside, gets the gap, gets the timing. Beautiful cover drive.
Well, there's just a little bit of that calm authority, and that's exactly what they need now, Lahore Qalandars. They don't need a couple of wickets falling and a bit more panic in the dressing room or the dugout. Just a little partnership. The required rate is not a problem. It's 7.35. And with the batting resources they have, that is just not an issue.
And just a lovely little drive through the offside, and he gets 4 for that. You just need a little partnership, and they're into the final. Slow one, picked away leg side. He come back for the second, and he does make it.
Yeah, Jamal makes it known to Big. One shot too many.
Oh, pace off and just bounced over the stumps.
I still think that's the best delivery. Of course, you have to try and mix it up with your Yorkers and your short balls, but I reckon that's still the best ball.
Jazz Fund Pulse winners, Mohammad Usman bin Waheed and Faizan Ahmed. Good on you. And down the leg side. It was way down the leg side. And it's just that kind of game. 47 of 37, you think it's simple, but you add a couple of wickets there, and then it's going to Peshawar Zalmi. next couple of overs, next 3 overs. The side that gets in front wins. Away calls for 2 and races back. Does Sam Billings? 8 off the over, it's 127 for 4. Lahore Qalandars at the moment must fancy themselves in playing tomorrow again in the grand final. 45 needed. Umar Zai got back into the attack. He bowled well up front, got a wicket in 16 runs, but boy, don't Peshawar Zalmi need a wicket. If not a wicket, they need an over which doesn't go to the boundary. Looking for reverse swing. There hasn't been much. Short outside off. Pumped away. There is protection, but probably a couple of runs.
Well, the one thing about these 2 batters right here, Sikandar Raza and Sam Billings, they're 2 of the quickest between the wickets in this side. Well, the Parkview City free hit for fans winner, match 32, is Afsar Ahmed. Well done. Sam Billings was once on the books of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Could have been a professional footballer. Turned his back on professional football and said, I'll try cricket. And he's doing okay at cricket. And he's like a whippet between the stumps. He's fast. And with Sikandar Raza, born in Sialkot, grew up in Scotland, lives in Zimbabwe, and he's quick.
And historically, he's making a bit of a name for himself in run chases as well. This type of situation, pressure is right on here.
Nicely timed through the offside.
It's one of the toughest jobs in the game right now. If you're Sikandar Raza, come in at what, 5, 6, try and finish the game going at 8, sometimes 9s. You know, the glory boys at the top, they get the 100s, they get the 50s, they get 4 wickets or whatever, but this is where the game is won and lost. Right now here, they don't, well, they're pretty calm, aren't they, in the Tapal Tea Lounge. Whoever you're supporting, there'll be a bit more nerves and tension out in the middle, that is for sure.
Pace off just a single, so he's gone for 4 off the first 3. That's all really that Lahore need. Peshawar, well, they've been decent with the ball, but they've already conceded 17 extras. The most they have leaked in the HBL PSL history. So you look at that scoreboard and say why Lahore are in front. Maybe that's another reason. 17 extras. Yeah. Again, pace off. It's an easy single. That's all really that Lahore Qalandars have to do. A few overs of just knocking it about, get it closer. And if you've got Billings and Raza for the next 3-4 overs, I think it's game over.
Well, there's a better structure about this batting lineup than in previous matches with the Qalandars, where Shaheen was going in at 5. It looked wrong, and it wasn't right. He's not a number 5 batter. non-number 6 batsman, but this is right with David Bisa, Rashid Khan to come.